Hello again. This is my last video update until I go away for a couple of weeks. Dr. Vandenberg will be acting president. This message is a bit longer than usual, so settle in. In preparing for a return to campus in fall 2021, KPU is, as always, following the guidance of the BC Public Health Office and the COVID-19 return to campus guidelines, which were developed with lots of input from institutions across BC. Things are still in flux with respect to infection and immunization rates, so we will continue to review all new information from provincial and federal agencies, and we will respond to any changes to public health guidelines accordingly. These changes could happen with short notice and may vary between campuses, so please stay tuned regularly if you can. For now, there is a lot of information to share about our current plan as we prepare for the province to move into the next step of the BC Restart Plan. We've captured much of that information in a chart that will be attached to the script for this video. My thanks to all of those doing the detailed work this summer as we get ready to welcome people back, and a big shout out to those who continued teaching and serving students throughout this semester, one of our biggest summer enrollments ever. Currently, BC is in step 3 of its restart plan, which means that masks are recommended in indoor public places for all people 12 and older who are not yet fully vaccinated. Increased social contact is allowed, indoor gatherings and meetings can be held for up to 50 people, and all BC workplaces will be transitioning from COVID-19 safety plans to a communicable disease safety plan. During step 3, KPU has moved from requiring masks that be worn on campus to strongly recommending masks for everyone. While physical distancing is still recommended, we realize it may not always be possible as more employees return to campus to prepare the university for greater reopening in the fall. KPU has actually maintained several step 2 measures throughout the summer just to be sure. These include the limited use of meeting rooms and still requiring completion of a campus visit form and the KPU health check when attending campus. So on September the 7th, we move to step 4 of the restart plan, which will mean masks become a personal choice, normal in-person gatherings and social contact will be permitted, and workplaces will fully reopen and follow general communicable disease prevention guidance. As you know, in line with the public health guidance for step 4 and our objective of moving to a new KPU, we are planning on moving to a blended form of teaching, learning, and working where operationally feasible and safe. This means wearing masks at KPU will become a personal choice. But we ask you to remember that we each have our own comfort levels and to be respectful in our conversations when a colleague, student, or visitor has a different mask preference. For step 4, campus visit forms and KPU's daily health checks will no longer be required. But we do ask you to continue to monitor your health daily with the BC government's self-assessment tool and to not attend campus when feeling ill or experiencing any COVID symptoms. Normal social contact will resume and meeting rooms will be open in the fall semester with online booking of meeting rooms opening in early August. Events will be permitted in outdoor bookable spaces and in bookable meeting rooms to their allowed capacity. However, the boardroom and large indoor spaces will have limited access and capacity until January 2022 for logistical and safety reasons. We want to focus on instruction and service for students first of all. So, for example, Senate and board meetings and convocation will be virtual this fall. KPU's COVID-19 plans will be replaced by general communicable disease plans, and we will be sharing more details with you in the coming weeks. But we will be maintaining enhanced cleaning protocols through fall 2021 to reduce the risk of all respiratory illnesses, including of course, COVID-19. Travel for students and employees on KPU Business will remain restricted for the time being, but we will provide updates throughout the academic year as provincial and federal guidance evolves. We understand it will take time to adjust after the restrictions we have experienced over the past 18 months. I know it will for me. But we have all developed a range of tools to help minimize the risk of transmission of any respiratory disease, including the wearing of masks, physical distancing, and hand hygiene. If you have concerns about working on campus, you can speak to your manager. You can apply to Human Resources for a medical accommodation if needed. You can book meeting rooms or meet outside if you feel your office or workspace is too small for a meeting. Meetings can also continue to be held virtually, and all meetings going forward should offer a virtual component where possible to be respectful of those working remotely. While all existing COVID-19 signage will be removed, standard communicable disease signs will be put up where appropriate, and sanitation stations will remain in place at major entry points to reduce the spread of all respiratory disease. Authorized vaccines, of course, have proven to be highly effective at reducing serious outcomes from the COVID-19 virus, and KPU continues to encourage all those who can get vaccinated to do so. Vancouver Coastal Health and Fraser Health authorities are currently running vaccination clinics at our Richmond and Langley campuses, respectively. We are working with the health authorities to try to bring additional vaccination opportunities to our campuses in the fall, and we hope to be able to share more details with you in the coming weeks. Even with the federal government's planned change to border restrictions, it is important to remember that foreign nationals and international students will need to satisfy the Canadian Border Services Agency requirement that they are fully vaccinated. Those who cannot will need to quarantine and take mandatory COVID-19 tests. Your safety and the safety of our students is our number one priority, and we will continue to review new provincial, federal, and post-secondary sector guidance on COVID-19 as it is released. We will respond when action is required and keep you informed of changes in our approach. Well, that's a lot to digest, so we will be posting this message on our Return to Campus webpage for you to review at your leisure. I hope your summit is going well. See you again in a couple of weeks.